Ugh. God damn it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non binary beings. My name is Tostky, this is Homestuck, and I totally did not just go for 20 minutes pressing record instead of stream. Fuck. Alright, it's okay. We're not going to worry about it any longer because I have half a cup of lukewarm tea and a fighting spirit. So we're gonna we're gonna go on. We're gonna carry on. So Jane, answer. Crocker, hey, it's me. Remember me? What the? Tumut. Oops, no. Hold shift nostalgically. Tumut. Yes. Is this a word or a noise? I can't recall. It's a place in Australia, so yes, Tumut. Whatever. Tumut, whatever. Fucking sound effect, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I've lost the ability to care. That's not true. Anyway, no, fuck it. Let's drink some tea. I hope all is well as go. Wow, tongue twisters now. I hope all is well in your life currently. I hope that you can enjoy a nice cup of tea as you listen. Maybe not. I don't know. Starbucks is expensive, and so are tea bags actually. But that is the greatness of Costco, because I can buy a hot dog and a bunch of tea for less than well, it's still kind of expensive, but it's not that expensive, so it's fine. Whatever. Yes. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You are the absolute last person I want to hear from right now, and the bottom of that list is pretty competitive territory at the moment. Don't be like that, you stupid earth cow. How are we supposed to be becoming friends if you recoil from my olive branch? Like I'm flailing a withered mummy's severed limb in your direction. I don't want us to become friends. We all thought you were gone for good, and we liked it that way. Please, don't tell me you found a second wind of petty trolling in you. Hey, I don't troll. I jeer. Get it right. Trolling is for losers. Losers specifically who are trolls. Whatever, and what's with the ugly green text? Reading your malformed sentence fragments was unpleasant enough as it was. I borrowed it from my sister. And shut up. It looks great. And is no uglier than you, who I can see, now with ease. For the record. Whom you can see, moron. And no, you can't. Calliope said you couldn't see us at all in our game session, so I think you're lying. Am I really? When right now I am looking at a homely female in dumb blue pants, sulking in a gray place, typing on a computer with a strange human's face. Oh dear God, why? My power has grown considerably since I last jeered you. I have made remarkable strides on my sacred journey towards important adulthood. On this bullshit planet, which used to be your home. I have found many keys and unlocked many holes, and now I can see more and learn more than you could ever fucking dream. How wonderful for you. I don't care how all-seeing and all-powerful you think you are. If your intent is to waste my time with more of your pitiful bullying, you are out of luck, because that is exactly not the sort of crap I am in the mood for today. Toodaloo. Wait! I think I got off on the wrong foot. How about we gnaw that one off and start over? I was trying to pay you a compliment. What? My people aren't meant to like anybody. Get it? I mean, not the way humans do. We don't have the human emotion called love, and we spontaneously start mashing keys when we are forced to even type the word. All our relationships are dictated by the miracle of hatred. So when I use bad words towards you, that's just me saying things to try to know you better. Like, excuse me, socially, as ugh, a friend. A lot of fucking screens. So when I say you're ugly, which you factually are, I mean that from my perspective of being normal and not a shitty alien. To say that you are actually attractive in an unpleasant way to my brain. Nope. That makes very little sense. Fuck. Try using your supposedly better smartness than mine and think somewhat laterally about, like, fucking culture that isn't yours, you dumb bitch. Yes, I see it all too clearly now. You're really quite the charmer. No, come on! Dumb bitch is another great compliment, in the same vein as that which I just described. It's a term of endearment I use to talk about girls, who in my views, are in view, have managed to avoid being utterly beneath my personal acknowledgement. This isn't complicated. Uh-huh. So you're actually trying to claim that you find me attractive from the alleged bad means good point of view of your hate-driven species. Definitely. I'm not joking around, Crocker. I've unlocked a bunch of your screens and spent a lot of time watching you while thinking just the dirtiest thoughts. Ew, you pig. The other female, too. Let's not forget your squad's backup bitch. How nasty is she? Just so foul. And the things you get up to with another? Oh my. Need I even cite the altercation with your puffy slumber loaves? Excuse me? My compliments in particular on your colorful undergarments, while bouncing up and down on the soft human sarcophagus. Oh, that's just great. The one time we had generic girly pillow fight. A generic girly pillow fight. And it turns out some pervert was watching us. I think I need a shower. Assuming I can ever take one again in peace. Don't worry, you can't. But seriously, Jane, can I call you Jane? Bitch, listen. You're one grody harlot, which means good, bad things to me. Let's remember, when I unlocked you, I don't know, maybe I've changed. Maybe just you, since you've turned older, but you've really filled out. Since I last saw you before. What? Really? Hell yes, I do enjoy a meaty bitch with a little clout. What exactly do you mean by clout? Oh, I think you know, when physical portions of the bitch kind of jut out exuberantly. Do you mean my... Why am I even having this conversation? I just have a weak spot for the above average heft of your parts, which wobble the most. Do something nauseating for me to watch. I want to see a tawdry act of hardcore schmaltz. See that rock over there? Pretend it is the other insolent bitch. Act a little nervous. With your idle hand, graze one of your more bulbous locations, incidentally. Then ask the rock if it wants to fall in love. Oh. What? No. Are you insane? I don't care where you are, or whatever the hell it is you unlocked to spy on me. You aren't allowed to sit there all day leering at my boobs. Your what? My what? Wait, what were you talking about? No, tell me those things you said to me. Or tell me what those things you said to me are. I'm so enticed. Screw you. Tell me what you were getting at with all that. The stuff about clout and my bulbous locations. I was just saying my taste prefers the buxom shrew's physique puts a healthy when the buxom shrew's physique puts a healthy dent in space-time. Space-time. I like how salty it is when a bitch grows out of her skeletal phase and her frame really begins to challenge the horizontal dimensions. What? When the female rump starts to... Oh, wait a minute. We're getting some issues here. Everything broke. Dear God, we're dying, Scotty. What's going on? Okay. I think it's okay now. I can't guarantee anything, but realistically, I trust it enough at this point. We're just gonna continue. We can do this. I believe in us. And myself. Mostly us. 'Cause I can rely on you, right? Yeah. I like how salty it is when a bitch grows out of her skeletal phase and her frame really begins to challenge the horizontal dimensions. What? When the female rump starts getting more mileage out of its wideness attribute, more bang for its boon buck, it excites me better when bitches punish the ground with each megalithic footstep. Shut up. I'm not fat. Jane, bitch, I have new orders. You will strip to the scanty pair of party pants and the cloth chest piece which you wear under those plain rags, then find a knotty patch of mud, and roll around in the mud, like an earth pig, flaunting for me your slippery and swollen porcine physicality. Yeah, wait, not fucking pronunciation check. Let's go.
Porcine.
Porcine. Today we learned not porcine, porcine. Swollen porcine physicality, and maybe grunt some decadent poems through your snout about some shitface you adore. Oh yes, that would be wretched. Go fuck yourself. Wait, don't shut me out. Remember what I said about our different cultures or whatever. Have a fucking open mind, Jane. I made you a present for your birthday, whatever that actually is. See how I'm making an effort to understand your customs? Meet me half of the goddamn way. Oh, cripes. What is it? A sublime artistic portrait. Remember how I said my power was growing with each day? This applies as well to my prowess as a draftsman. Oh dear. Oh godness, no. You poor delusional thing. I don't care what progress you think you've made. You'll never be a good artist, dear. Yeah, Banjo, I generally stream in the morning as soon as I wake up or before I go to sleep, depending on how the night before has gone. I'm just like that. Good old mid-20s, am I right? Alright. Horseshit! My illustration is stunning. It is nearly a photographic representation of your odious milkshake. Now park the industrial load of freight you declare a bottom and feast your eyes on my fucking excellence. Jane, this is you. Fat, ugly whore. Yeah, so, wonderful art piece there. Might go for $10,000 if you encrust it in diamonds and say it's by Damien Hirst. And again, actually, no, it might. It might. Oh shit, a spider! Okay, let's get you, buddy, out of my face, because as much as I don't mind spiders, we have a bit of an agreement that if I don't see you, you can live rent free. But if I do, you gotta go, dude. So let's have a 7-sip salute for that spider or something. I don't know. Dead. 7 sips is too much. I'm gonna take 2 and carry on. Arrgh. I believe I've chosen the perfect shape for you. It is described in certain circles knowledgeable of the arts as a circle. I'm very pleased with how faithfully it has captured the obscene rotundity of your magnificent carriage. Truly a spitting image of the Crocker bitch. Now listen carefully. You may learn something. The masterpiece aficionado will notice how I achieve this highly technical and difficult shape. What most gifted artisans will tell you is that circles are basically fucking impossible to draw. Trust me. It's like a parrot. Actually, you know what? Can we just fucking no, hold on. Just drawing a fucking, just real quick, fucking, how hard is it to draw a circle? Can I like do this somewhere? I just need this real quick. That's terrible. That's even worse. That one wasn't bad. That's... Hey! Fuck it, we did it. It's good. It's good. We'll live with it. We'll live. We're gonna let it go. Trust me. It's like a paradox. A shape without angles. What? Oh, a shape without angles. What? So I fucking cheated. I navigated the irrational perimeter by making a lot of easily understandable, totally logical marks, forming a whole bunch of little right angles. The cheating part happens when I do this a lot. It goes into a round... Excuse me. It goes into a round direction. This one came out well, I think, but there's room to improve. I have theorized that if I keep making bogus circles like this, while drawing more and more angles but smaller, so small that you can't seeing them. Okay, sure, English. We're not exactly majors, but, you know, might want to strive for a minor. That the illusion of the circle will be complete, and people will believe in the fake circle, like a bunch of suckers. I bet nobody has thought of that circle strategy. I think I'm the first at this idea. And the best already. People think I'm dumb, especially the voice in my head, and they may be right about me being dumb. But when it comes to the special way I do things, which is always actually the perfect way, I am a genius. Angry face. That is the most pointless and incomprehensible load of drivel I have ever read. Your portrait is every bit as abysmal as I was expecting, and for the last time, I am not fat. I think your claims of attraction to heavy-set women, which you present as flattery, is an obvious ruse to get me to feel insecure about my appearance, and it isn't going to work. Oink. Shut your stupid face. Ugh, this birthday is so awful. I can't stand it. Why is everyone treating me like shit today? What did I do to deserve this? You were... Wait, what's the conjugation associated with human birth? Is it human borth? You are human borth. Shut up. I'm done humoring your perverted adolescent mind games. Tell me what happened to Calliope. Calliope, we want you back. Please come back and spare us from the lecherous nincompoop. Calliope, why doesn't this work? Saying her name only wakes her up. If she's alive. So your hog face can snort the dirty syllables all it wants. Hell, I'll even give you a hand. Calliope, wake up, sis. Ha ha. Whoops, she can't. The bitch is dead. I don't believe you. No, it's true. I got somebody to stab her a lot. Then I stole her blood from my letters. No, that can't be true. I refuse to believe even you would do something so terrible. Jane, bitch. Your preposterous female emotions are going earth bananas again. Settle down and listen to boy reason. Do not make me demonstrate the veracity. Wait, no. You're just gonna... Veracity. Yeah, veracity. Nailed it. Got a sip for that one. Actually, we just sip for anything because I like my fucking tea and it's really soothing for my throat. Yes, do not make me demonstrate the veracity of my facts. Yet again, that saccharine tramp is such a goner. She's never coming back. Just like your dapper human guardian. What? What do you know about my father? Where is he? He's fucking dead is where. You're lying again. Tell me what you know. God, I'm trying to. My facts are having difficulty penetrating your hysterical attitude. Listen to me very close. He was captured by an agent soon after you began your quest. He was then put in jail on Durst. Okay, so he's on Durst then. Bitch, you aren't paying attention. Do you know anything about the prison system on Durst? It isn't like the soft time you do on Prospect. I bet you never spent any time in the joke they call a slammer there, let alone on Durst. And I suppose you have. I was not very well behaved. I did more than my share of time. Chained to the wall of a cell. Hee hee, like I wasn't so used to that. I was like, do your worst. And then they did. Durstites do not treat their prisoners good, to say the least. I was only able to survive the brutality due to my exceptional constitution, and even to some extent my ability to enjoy anguish. But your pathetic, frail human dad is a different story. There's no doubt at all that he is dead by now. No, don't say that. Shut up. That's loud. You really should believe me. I have unlocked many of his screens, just like yours. You should see how they treated him. The horror he experienced must be difficult for a human girl to imagine. Perhaps I should capture one of the visuals and show you firsthand. You bastards, I said shut up. His anguish was magnificent and very long lasting. You see, he was a VIP, a very important prisoner. So they gave him special treatment. Under such cruel circumstances, I believe he would have traded his favorite hat for a swift end to his hilarious suffering. Stop it! But it was so wonderful and great to watch. Between your father's demise and his daughter's epic posterior, looming large on my video displays, I really must thank your entire family for hours of scandalous enjoyment. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Smishity smash. Fuck you, he's not dead, my dad's fine, I'm not fat, and I hate you. I'm never talking to you again, and stop watching me. Absconding. Nice abscond. Double combo. That's a good house. Can't imagine what the mortgage on it's like. Examine sleazy Dursite Crag. Oh, we're the DD. Let's see what's in the news today. Are those just cards for money? God damn, you're rich. Jailgate. Diplomatic gridlock. White shell mendacity at all time high. No surprises here. The Archagent is dominating the headlines yet again. Already approaching day 154 of this debacle. It's a big day for your kingdom. Hard to believe it's here already. Time sure flies when you're being smooth and well dressed. The article covers the usual tedious politics surrounding the negotiation of his. After weeks of posturing and grandstanding, Prospit's terms have been bargained down to a polite apology, signed by the Condens herself. Or those were the terms you were last aware of. You checked to see if there have been any further development. Yeah, just as you thought. She refused those terms. Prospit then countered with a new offer. The apology no longer has to be polite. No way she cottons to that proposal either. It's quite obvious to you what's going on here. The White Queen was never really taking this negotiation seriously. She has been submitting frivolous proposals she knows perfectly well the Condens will use on principle, daring her in front of the whole kingdom to just swallow an ounce of pride to get her agent back. This makes her look petty in the tabloids if she refuses, which was always inevitable. Because, as everyone knows, a queen is a vain creature, even alien sea queen. You thought the kingdoms were locked in a stalemate before new management took over. The press has run the story so far into the ground, you can barely bring yourself to keep up with it anymore. Sensationalism is at its finest. Sensationalism at its finest. Now that you're really itching to see Noir get his old job back. Oh, never mind. I can't read. Not that you're really itching to see Noir get his old job back. Talk about a high-strung boss. The time in the clink should do him good. Like a forced vacation, with accommodations nearly on par with a 5-star hotel on Durst. Frankly, things run much smoother around here without him blowing a gasket every day. Though you will say you could really use his expertise as a pencil pusher. You never knew anyone who could file paperwork quite like Noir. Sure, he complained bitterly about his desk job, but in truth, he was always a reluctant savior or savant of a bureaucratic procedure. Red tape. Fuck that up, whatever. Now you're getting buried in all these damn tax forms and parking tickets. Maybe you should have them shuttled to his jail cell on Durst so he can catch up. You have a feeling the Prospitian authorities would be willing to oblige. Actually, that's such a good idea. Can't believe you didn't think of it sooner. You'll have to get the droll on that pronto. Observe nobles. You step over to the cubicle of the fenestrated wall, which you had replaced since the prince trashed the old ones. You ordered the droll to sneak off to one of their worlds and whip up some fresh ones, with a few what the fucking alchemical upgrades. While he was at it, the droll isn't really the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's certainly the most versatile, also the most eager to please. If you have to watch his happy umbrella dance one more time, you swear to God. That was a black day for Durst, when the prince went rogue. Well, not rogue, that's a bad choice of words. Why did the damn moon girl have to be a rogue? Corners you into that damn pun every time. And it wasn't really a black day either, per se, since on Durst a black day is actually a good day. Everyone's a pretty big fan of black round these parts. Point is, everything went to shit. You like to think you taught those seditious brats. No, fuck it. Seditious, whatever. What is the pronunciation?
Seditious.
Yes, seditious. There we go. Learning every day. Those seditious brats a lesson, though. What with the miles, their inescapability, etc. And it's a good thing you taught them a lesson when you did, because the next day the Condens had orders for new orders for all agents. Engaging the nobles was thereafter strictly forbidden. Excuse me. No more sabotage, assassination attempts, any of the good stuff. Not until the Harris's wriggling day. Then all bets are off. When the Harris and who's the Harris and what's a wriggling day, you asked. The Harris is the maid, you said. Okay. And her wriggling day. That's just her birthday. Phrased in alien. Like the anniversary of the day she was bond. With cake and all that jazz. Come on, use your brain. Alright, you've got it, he said. Anyway, that's tomorrow. Your guess is the orders came down from her boss, who from that you've gathered is even more of a head case than your presently incarcerated superior. When she starts kicking up a fuss, yelling at people, forking any old poor slob unfortunate enough to make a misstep while grooming her hair, you know too well that's the frustration of an exasperated first officer. Would almost make you feel sympathy for the witch if you, like she, weren't clinically psychopathic. She's never copped to it, but you just know she's got some schemes on the side. Every good right hand is gonna have something up its sleeves. Some sort of contingency plan the boss doesn't know about. Trust you on that one. She's cooking something. It probably has to do with the new prisoner she's reeled in. I don't know what she wants with the girl yet, but she's always got something cooking. Or baking. Whatever. The point is, the woman spends a lot of time in the kitchen. Speaking of the new prisoner, you wonder how the old one's doing. You're not gonna check on the new one. She's out of your jurisdiction. Like you said, the witch has her schemes. Whatever they are, you're going to leave that alone. You're more curious about the status of the fellow you captured 153 days ago. You take a stroll through the Durst Penitentiary. This is where the Gen Pop's housed. For inmates, life is usually unpleasant, short down here. But the moment you laid eyes on this human prisoner, you knew you could never in good conscience lock him up in the dungeons and gulags with the common thieves, tax cheats, and parking fee delinquents. That would be a crime worse than those committed by all the inmates combined. No, a man of such distinction and strong fashion sense needed special accommodations. A cell reserved for very important prisoners. Proceed to solitary confinement suite. Oh, God. Going up. Going up. Yeah. The prisoner appears to be doing well. You ask if you can get him anything. Coffee, a newspaper, additional smoking apparatus. He indicates that since he lost his wallet, he's been running low on pipe tobacco. You say you'll see to it at once. While this is a maximum security suite that is virtually impossible to escape from, you've made it clear to all personnel that anyone who harms a hair on this man's head will have to answer to you. They are all very fortunate that his head doesn't seem to have any. God damn, he is good at shaving. You are afraid to admit your envy when it comes to his prowess. Straight edge. Not even to speak of his natural ability to grow whiskers in the first place. Stiff. Ask what prisoners. No need to ask. You can plainly see he's conducting some rather serious business with his mobile device. The network restricts access to within Durst only, so he can't contact the nobles and do anything sneaky. But at his request, you have set up a kingdom-wide network to trade online tips with other Durst sites pertaining to his interests, notably fashion. In the weeks since his arrest, the captive has become something of a celebrity on Durst. His impeccable sense of business-like attire has taken the kingdom by storm, and now trends feverishly among social networking groups. Okay, there's only one social networking group, but it's trending feverishly in that one. You can't say you've been totally impervious to the craze yourself, nor can you say you weren't shamelessly complicit in promoting it. Hell, you can't even say you didn't mandate certain dress code modifications throughout the kingdom, enforced under penalty of death. Nope. Can't really say you can say any of that stuff. Show serious business. Help! Need help. Hatlinker, state business. Huh? I am very concerned. Tell me what is wrong. Yes, Hatlinker, we are here for you. I sat on my favorite hat. This is not a black day for you. My condolences. It was an accident. Afraid hat is ruined. Please advise. Are at least socks okay? Yes, socks are okay. Did you sit on socks too? No, did not sit on socks. I do not think sitting on socks would be a problem, though. No, it is doubtful. Fair enough. Need more information before can advise. Please state your weight. Excuse me. Agreed. Exactly how much vertical pressure was applied to the top of the hat? Report extent of the damage to hat. Not sure. Hat's in bad shape. Does not resemble hat much anymore. Considerably less handsome. More like a rumpled head object now. Attempt to rectify hat integrity. Use some blunt instrument which you get. Use same blunt instrument which got you into mess in first place. Thank you for advice. Do you mean my bottom? Why? Yes, agree with Dapper Black Shell. Unsit on hat. Can one unsit on a hat? Maybe, I don't know. Turn hat upside down, then sit on hat. Yeah, agree with Chuffed About Duds. Sit on upside down hat to unrumple. These men are leading you astray. Sitting on the hat again will only cause it further damage. This will be the case even if rumpled hat is inverted? Yes, this will be the case regardless of hat's orientation. Greatly respect Pipe Fan 413's knowledge of finery. I endorse his warning. Me too, so do I. Pipe Fan 413's recommendation, I withdraw my motion to unsit on the hat. Change his status to apologetic. Oh god, no. Is there still shit going down? Okay, I am refraining from unsitting on hat. Any other ideas? Yes, go on. Do you suppose it is possible that ruffled head object may have intrinsic value? I do not understand. Thinking outside the shell here. Perhaps being rumpled object to haberdasher for appraisal. Oh, perhaps bring rumpled object to haberdasher for appraisal. You suspect damage from bottom has caused hat to appreciate? Fascinating point of speculation, I wonder. If that is the case, perhaps sitting on a hat has released fashionable properties heretofore concealed by unrumpled condition. You are suggesting the damaged hat will look more dapper? It is a possibility. Oh, what if Hatlinker struts in public wearing new rumpled head object with pride? What if Hat Linker begins new fashion sensation? What an exciting thing that would be. I want to be popular and famous, but I do not have the courage. What if you were to what if you were to have company and wearing a damaged hat? Yes, maybe I will sit on my favorite hat as well. Yes, me too. Let us all create rumpled head objects. Wear proudly. I cannot condone this activity, gentlemen. Why not, Pipe Fan? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Incinerate the damaged hat immediately. Do not ever wear such a thing in public. Burn the hat! Burn the hat! Burn it! Burn the rumpled hat! I am burning the hat! Sitting on the hat was terrible. Burn all rumpled hats. They aren't dapper at all. Burn the mistake with fire. Yo, I cannot deal with this prissy hat chat anymore. Public works my ass. What a goddamn waste. What a waste of royal gold. Changes status to bowing, 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 bowing. This is what I get for letting all proper dudes run shit instead of nasty clowns. Wait a minute. Is that fucking... Oh my god. I want my ring back, motherfucker. Who the fuck is I see? Minus several. Years in the future. Minus several. Okay. Examine Wizard Fic Journal. Open to random page. It's Calvin and Hobbes and Lucy or some, I don't know. I think you were supposed to just tackle him, Beatrix said, looking all kinds of put off. Wizardly Herbert reached down to the body of the fictional camper he just shot and picked up the flag. Same difference. Is it? This is some lame magical version of capture the flag. The book wanted me to capture the flag from him. The flag has now been captured. Anyway, he's just a kind of a brainless puppet. Then what are we, she asked. I don't know, brainless puppets who've spent a few years in the real world, kind of like everyone else, I suppose? Geez, that's cynical. Anyway, you're the one who said we should let the story play out the way it's supposed to. I'm just pointing out your own rules. Herbert made a dismissive gesture with his smoking gun. These punks were starting to get on my nerves. We're making progress anyway. See, listen to that. Russet's scene is coming up. If I remember right, this is the one that introduces his recurring love interest. Also, I guess the chief bad guy. I mean, sorta. She listened. They were yelling. Wait, what? There was yelling through the woods. It was coming closer. Herb, help, Bay, where are you? The three Serpentnook scoundrels flew through the woods on their magic flying wooden horns. Wait, hornsies? What? Sure. They were chasing poor Russet. Russet held on to the fort. Crow's nest flag for dear life. He was a little scared, but mostly brave, not afraid of these Serpentnook cowards. They caught him. They caught up with him, then they knocked him down. His wand flew away out of reach. Hey, Clove, not so hot are you with your fancy wand? He was one of the Serpentnook boys, and he sounded quite brash. Another one said, you think you're so hot with all your charm and good looks? Well, let's do something about that pretty face. Ha ha ha. Then they started beating him up. Herbert, ow, will you do something? Ow, son of a, this can't be right. Herb aimed carefully with his Beretta at the head of Russet's assailant. He was way serious and stone cold about it. He was not going to miss. He missed. Beatrix was grabbing his arm, redirecting his aim. Herbert, you have to stop. Why, Beatrix? He said with a super sly smile. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were taking some enjoyment from watching your dear pal Russet's smackdown. What? No. She didn't let go of his arm, but he wouldn't quit his douchey smile. She went on, you can't just keep offing fictional characters. It's, I don't know, irresponsible. Yeah. Besides, you know the scene's supposed to play out like this. Russ is supposed to get rescued. How is he supposed to get rescued if the bullies are dead? You can't go around changing things. I guess you're right. Herbert holstered his gun, admiring a few more choice sucker punches to Russet's midriff. Oof. That one'll leave a mark. Beatrix regained her calm. So who's the guy that's supposed to save him? She asked. You say he's the villain? Here he comes now. A mysterious and alluring voice came out of nowhere. Go easy on him, fellas. Leave this one to me. It was so brash and arrogant, just the sound of him made you mad. The boys stepped aside, and the leader of Serpent Nook came forward. Russet was bruised and sore. Russet opened his eyes and saw someone so handsome. He had never seen a boy so intriguing and beautiful before. He had black hair and glasses and about 100 merit badges. Beatrix squinted at the Serpent Nook boy. She didn't know why she couldn't see it coming. Grant? The boy stooped down and gave Russet his hand to take. He said, I'm afraid I have to take your flag from you. You see, it belongs to me in Fort Serpent Nook. However, Russell was intrigued. I will decide not to take your flag if you promise me a favor later on from now. A favor, Russet said, but he was barely listening. The resemblance to his real-life friend was uncanny. He was sure it was him, but here in this dumb prison, he was no more than a soulless mannequin dreamt up to recite insipid horseshit. You have to promise me that when the time comes you'll betray your friends and help me, he said arrogantly. Russet was outraged by this. And yet, he couldn't help but feel strongly drawn towards this magnificent, handsome boy. Russet said defiantly, actually, he said it like a zombie. Never, I'll never betray my friends. He, I should have known you are truthfully loyal to your friends, as I expected as much. What is your name? Russet, he whispered. Pleased to meet you, Russet, even if you are the enemy. Allow me to introduce myself. The guy paused to remove his glasses and polish them on his sash. It came off as a seriously dramatic gesture, just as intended and also as explicitly stated in the text. My name is Slinus Marlevote, or Marlevort, whatever. Herbert and Beatrix were dressed in fanciful athletic gear. That's what kids wear when they're about to embark on a journey to compete in some irrational sports magic. Herbert had tucked under his arm a big stitched leather up ball with golden springs poking out of it for no good goddamn reason. It was called a skubump. Beatrix had propped on her soldiers this funnel thing to be worn as a glove called a grimmage horn, a crucial appendage for any Drudzel scooper worth her salt. They'd been selected probably for some valorous deeds they did to represent Fort Crownset in this highly whimsical sports event. Russet was there too, but he didn't get chosen to play in the sports due to some poorly explained stuff that no reasonable person could possibly care about, even if offered loads of cash. He was mainly jacked into the scene to wave goodbye and wish them luck, which he begrudgingly did. He also put in some time dodging questions and averting eye contact from his friends. He was being a champion at that. Russet, answer me, Beatrix demanded. Why the heck didn't you tell us, or tell Grant for that matter? Herbert wasn't paying much attention, so Russet was moody and cryptic and didn't tell people some stuff. What a bombshell, he worried at one of the springs poking out of his redonkulous ball. It made a spronging sound like a mouth harp and broke off. He wondered if the spring served any actual purpose. The springs did not serve any actual purpose. How could you keep something like that from everyone that you knew all along? I just wanted what was best for Grant, he finally said. She had a ton of questions but couldn't settle on the next one to ask. She wasn't about to let good body language go to waste, so she kind of did what mimes do when they don't like something you said. How long did he know Grant was from this dogshit wizard fic? How did he escape in the first place? Was it really his spell that sealed him there? How long had he been planning this? She guessed that would explain why he had an absurdly obvious pseudonym. Grant and Mama. Yeah, like that's a real name. Good job, bro. Or should she say Slinus? She wondered if his bogus name wasn't an anagram for something, like a clue dangled and under their noses, like fucking magic bad guys do love their anagrams. They are just so damn clever, and when you finally figure them out, it's like, whoa, instant mindfuck. He's quite a troubled person, you know, B. Herbert looked up from his skabump. Well, if Russet thinks so, then she gave up on the intercourse. When you're... I'm sorry. I had to throw that one in, but I couldn't keep a straight face. She gave up on the interrogation. When you're dealt a shit sandwich, why go to war over who baked the bread? Russet could stuff his dumb secrets in a sack for all she cared. What did she ever see in this mopping tool? She never thought she would long for those times before they met. The old questing days before all this started. She was never exactly psyched to watch Herbert assault a crazy old wizard with a pistol, but now, okay, she wasn't saying she wanted to see any more wizards get shot. She just meant she would trade all the badges in the world to get back to when things were simpler. It was time to go. The narrative invisible conductor let them know with the arrival of a carriage. It was drawn by two floating, perfectly immobile wooden horses. Herbert read this thing 100 times but still couldn't understand the author's fascination with flying, rigid wooden horses. Herbert held open the door with a bow and gestured her in with ironic chivalry. The text didn't let it go unsaid. That was meant as a big fuck you to Russet, thus keeping their rivalry brewing. But in truth, neither dude was feeling it this time. Beatrix got in and they were off. Rigid horses, carriage, and all into the sky. They turned around in their seats and waved to Russet below because a poorly written sentence said they were supposed to. Beatrix smacked her forehead. Not an anagram, she quoted from her brain. What? That fucker. Herbert took a drunk at the clumsy yet elusive skabump. The orb ducked under his arm and scrambled on its way like a husky beetle. Blah, blah, blah. Like a husky beagle with some stuff to do over there. The crowd of almost people roared genetically at the almost snatch. The maneuver, if successful, would have looked the score at locked the score as Queen 6 love, which really would have been just. Wow, something else, possibly exciting. Herbert still didn't understand quite the rules for the game, and judging by the antics of all the other boobs on their floating horse, the author didn't either. Herbert struggled to turn his horse around to pursue the kabump, but his mount of rigid lumber was unresponsive. As much as he reminded himself, he just couldn't get used to the fact that the story was in control of the horse. Dead ahead was the League's elite drizzle scooper, who was fussing with the laces of her glimmage horn while her horse idled. She looked up. Herbert, watch where you're going. I can't. I think the book wants us to crash. Beatrix thought about it. She almost kicked the sides off her inert stallion to prod it along, but caught herself. Do we really have to? Herbert shrugged. Another half-solid minute of awkward horse advancements went by before the creaking oaken collision. Herbert tumbled through the air, hit the grass pitch hard on his back. Beatrix landed on top of him. They found each other face to face. Is she serious with this? She asked regarding the hella subtle way the author decided to craft this situation. It was like poetry in motion, plus hornsies. I'm afraid so. I think the story is building romantic tension between us. It is. It's not was a question, but a major statement of concern. Yeah, it's establishing the groundwork for romance between our characters. It's sort of the one token heterosexual a romance in the book. We probably just have to write it out. Beatrix didn't know what the fuck falling of the color red wash, but she couldn't swear the feeling was creeping onto her face. Don't write while drunk, you lushy Dumbo. Don't write while drunk. You decide to take your own advice. You'll wait a few hours to sober up before continuing your hero's metatextual adventures through an even crappier wizard fanfic of your own, which you yourself wrote anyway, contrary to what your loyal readership of Zero may believe. Being impaired is not actually constructive to the process of engineering awful prose. Awful prose. Well, looks like your alien pal wants to say a hi anyway. Might as well pass the time along chatting with her. Nah, fuck that, I'm going to bed. Y'all have fun. Y'all do things. Be productive. Live life and get money. Cha-ching. Pow. I'm out, bitches. Term of endearment in my culture.